Welcome to the next session of carbonyl compound students. In this session, we will discuss about the important named reactions of carbonyl compounds, right? Carbonyl compounds. Named reactions of carbonyl compounds. We will discuss 6 named reactions, students. In this session, we will discuss 2 named reactions, important named reactions. Aldol condensation and Cannizzaro reaction. Aldol condensation and Cannizzaro reaction. Okay, aldol condensation and Cannizzaro reaction. Okay, let me start first aldol condensation. It is very important for the essay question in your semester examination, students. Out of these 6 important reactions, you will definitely get 2 named reactions in your semester examination, students. Okay, aldol condensation. Aldol, before going into aldol condensation, let me explain alpha hydrogen. Explain about alpha hydrogen. The compounds which contain alpha hydrogen and the compounds which do not contain alpha hydrogens. This concept is required for these 6 reactions, students. In this session, this concept is required for both the reactions, aldol condensation and Cannizzaro reaction. Okay. For example, if you take CH3C double bond OH, C double bond OH is a functional group. So, and a carbon is attached to a functional group, right? And this carbon should have hydrogens. These hydrogens are called alpha hydrogens, right? For example, if you take formaldehyde, what happens here? C double bond OH is functional group, okay? And to C double bond OH, I mean functional group, no carbon is attached. Of course, hydrogen, but it does not considered as alpha hydrogen. If a carbon is attached, to that hydrogens are attached, they are called as alpha hydrogens. Okay, this compound acetaldehyde has alpha hydrogens, whereas this compound formaldehyde do not have alpha hydrogens. For example, if you consider 2 more examples, CH3C double bond O CH3 and benzene ring with C double bond OH. Okay, in this case, C double bond O is a functional group. To functional group, both the sides are attached with carbon, okay, and that carbon contains hydrogens. Hence, this compound acetone has alpha hydrogens. This compound acetone has alpha hydrogens. Whereas in this case, if you consider C double bond OH functional group, to this carbon is attached, right? For the benzene ring, every corner is located with a carbon and 3 double bonds. Okay, and this carbon has 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds, but no hydrogens. This carbon has hydrogen, 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 but this carbon do not contain hydrogen because that hydrogen is substituted by C double bond OH group. So, the functional group is attached to the carbon which do not contain hydrogens. Hence, this compound is an example of the compound which do not have alpha hydrogen, which do not have alpha hydrogens. This is about the concept of compounds having alpha hydrogens and the compounds which do not have alpha hydrogens, right, students? According to aldol condensation, the statement is compounds I mean, in this case, carbonyl compounds, no, aldehydes or ketones, they may be aldehyde or ketones having alpha hydrogen undergo condensation to form aldol, and this aldol formed further undergoes by dehydration, it undergoes dehydration and forms alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds. It further undergoes dehydration and forms alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds. So what is the statement, students? Carbonyl compounds having alpha hydrogen, carbonyl compounds having alpha hydrogens condense in the presence of a base, condense in the presence of a base, for example like dilute NaOH to form aldol, The formed aldol on further dehydration forms alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds. This is very important, students. You have to remember this statement. Carbonyl compounds having alpha hydrogen condense in the presence of a base like dilute NaOH to form aldol, and the formed aldol on further dehydration form alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds. This is about aldol condensation. Let us see what is an aldol, right? The product which is obtained by the condensation of aldehydes or condensation of two ketones or condensation of an aldehyde and a ketone is called, that product is called aldol. Okay, that aldol, when we remove water, converts into an unsaturated carbonyl compound. Let us see the mechanism of aldol condensation with an example. Okay, example 1 of aldol condensation. Okay, students, if you take aldehyde, for example, aldehyde should have alpha hydrogen. Here the functional group is attached to a carbon, and this carbon has hydrogen, so it is an alpha hydrogen. Acetaldehyde. Okay, plus let us take 2 moles of aldehyde, another mole of acetaldehyde, you will get CH3CHOH CH2 C double bond OH. Actually this is the functional group, right? This is the alpha carbon, next carbon will be beta, next carbon will be gamma. In beta position we have OH group, so it is beta hydroxy 1 2 3 4 butyraldehyde. Okay, common name, beta hydroxy butyraldehyde. This is known as aldol, not beta hydroxy butyraldehyde. This product, for example, if you combine 2 ketones, a product comes here, that also be called as aldol, but I wrote the name for this compound. Okay, and this on further removal of water, okay, H from here and OH from here, Understood? H from here and OH from here. So CH double bond CH. Here the single bond is converted into double bond. H from here, OH from here, you will get CH3, CH double bond CH, C double bond OH. See the elimination, students? Hydrogen from here and OH group from here, HOH is eliminated, you will get a double bond. This is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. So alpha and beta position is, this is beta carbon, alpha and beta position is unsaturated. So the name of this compound is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, and it has another name also, students, crotonaldehyde. It has another name, students. We use CH3, CH double bond, CH, C double bond OH, crotonaldehyde. Okay, this is the reaction, students. Please observe the product. Keep in mind about the aldol, because in the next we'll write the mechanism. So you have to remember the product, this product and this product. Please write it down, students. Next, let us see the mechanism. Let us see the mechanism, right? Mechanism of this reaction. Okay. First, NaOH base will be ionized as Na plus and OH minus, right? The base NaOH will be ionized as Na plus and OH minus, right? This is your first step. In the second step, you have to take aldehyde molecule, right? The OH minus ion, the hydroxide ion, the OH minus ion, which is formed in the first step, removes proton from the alpha hydrogen. The OH minus ion, which is formed in the first step, removes proton H plus from the alpha hydrogen. This is alpha carbon. So it removes hydrogen from here. CH3 can be written as, students, CH2H. So C double bond OH. If OH minus takes, what happens? H will be removed as plus. So carbon will carry negative charge. That means a carbanion is formed. A carbanion is formed. So CH3 can be written as CH2H, right? The OH minus attacks, takes away the proton. So H plus will be left. So carbon will get negative charge. So CH2 minus C double bond OH. Carbanion is formed. Carbanion is formed. This is the first step of your mechanism. Sorry, second step. Third step. In third step, what happens? Write the product to understand clearly, students, so that you can do at once the mechanism. If you understand clearly for one example, for other example, we can do it in a series, right? So I am writing clearly. Again, I am taking this product here. Okay, carbanion, CH2 minus C double bond OH. What happens? This carbanion attacks to the second mole of aldehyde. We have taken 2 moles of acetaldehyde, right? This carbanion attacks second mole of aldehyde. Let me write here so that you will clearly understand. This is the second mole of the compound aldehyde. Okay, this carbanion attacks the carbonyl carbon. Carbonyl carbon, when gets ionized, oxygen acquires negative charge and carbon acquires positive charge due to more electronegative oxygen, right? So carbon got positive charge. So if this bond polarizes like this, oxygen will get negative charge. This will get positive charge. So this minus charge, electron rich species will attack electron deficient carbon in carbonyl group. Okay. So what you will observe, write it down students. We have left with CH3 here, C single bond O minus. I am combining CH, I am writing CH, no need to write C single bond H, and again this C is connected to CH2, C double bond O H. Okay, we have left with a product in which oxygen is carrying negative charge. We can call it as oxide ion, otherwise we can simply call that an intermediate is formed, or else we can call that an intermediate is formed. In the next case, let us take this intermediate, write this intermediate CH3CH O minus, right? CH2 C double bond OH. Addition of proton takes place. What happens? Addition of proton takes place. So O minus want H plus. I mean to form OH group, O minus need H plus. Okay, you will get CH3 CHOH CH2 C double bond OH. This is our product aldol. Is that students? You have clearly seen the product in previous no? Do you remember? Same product no? CH3 CHOH CH2 C double bond OH. Okay. Okay, you may get doubt where from this H plus came. Again, the water which has been removed in the first step will get ionized again into H plus and OH minus. Okay, and that OH minus attacks again Na plus to form NaOH, again the H plus. I mean the deprotonated H plus is again used in fourth step for protonation. Deprotonation in second step, protonation in fourth step. Okay, so you got aldol. And the next step, if you remove water simply, H from here, OH from here, H from here and OH from here, you will get CH3 CH double bond CH C double bond OH. Okay, if you remove water, you will get CH3 CH double bond CH C double bond OH. This is crotonaldehyde or alpha gamma beta unsaturated aldehyde or alpha gamma beta unsaturated aldehyde. This is an example of aldol condensation, student. We have covered the example between two aldehydes. Let us do between two ketones. Example 2. Example 2. For example, CH3 C double bond O CH3 plus CH3 C double bond O CH3 in the presence of dilute NaOH. What is the product? Let us complete the mechanism so that we can write the products. Take ketone first. First what happens? NaOH will get ionized into Na plus and OH minus, right? CH3 C double bond O CH3. Okay. OH minus ion takes proton from here. Okay, in the first step, OH minus ion takes proton from here. So we will get CH2 minus C double bond O CH3. This is your first step. Next step, what happens? We have to take second mole of ketone, right? CH3 C double bond O CH3. For that, we have to add CH2 minus C double bond O CH3. So minus carbanion, carbon carrying minus charge attacks the electron deficient carbon, so that C double bond O will polarize and oxygen will get negative charge. So you will get CH3 CO minus CH3, okay, CH2 C double bond O CH3. Okay, in the next step you have to add simply H plus, right? For O minus you have to add H plus. So you will get CH3 COH, CH3 CH2 C double bond O CH3. Okay, this is the product. From this product you have to remove, product means this is your aldol, right? From this aldol you have to remove water. So water will be removed like this. H from here and OH from here, the single bond will be converted into double bond. So you will get CH3 CCH3 double bond CH, C double bond O CH3. Okay, this is alpha beta unsaturated ketone. Alpha beta unsaturated ketone. Okay students, this is example 2, which is in between two ketones. So what is the product students? Write it down here. We got CH3 COH, CH3 CH2 C double bond O CH3. Further, this is aldol. Further removal of water, CH3 CCH3 double bond CH, C double bond O CH3. This is alpha beta unsaturated ketone. This is example 2, in which we have combined two ketones. Let us move into the next. Okay students, example 3. When you combine acetaldehyde with ketone, what happens? In the presence of dilute NaOH, let us do this. First, take acetaldehyde, okay, the OH minus ion from NaOH, right? Removes the proton from alpha carbon. So H will be removed. You will get CH2 minus C double bond OH, right? In the next step what happens? You have to take ketone and add this carbanion, right? By this time I hope you got the mechanism of aldol condensation students, because this is the third time practice. This carbanion attacks the carbonyl carbon, so that this bond gets polarized and oxygen acquires negative charge, carbon acquires positive charge. So you will get CH3 CO minus. I am writing for my convenience sake this CH3 down. CH3 and CH2 C double bond OH. Right. For this what you have to add? Proton. H plus. So what happens? CH3 COH, CH3 CH2 C double bond OH. Okay. From this again you have to remove water molecule. This is our aldol students. And the final step is remove water molecule. So you will get CH3 C double bond CH2 C double bond OH. From this you are removing hydrogen, from this you are removing OH, HOH. So single bond will be converted into double bond, right? This is alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. By this way, we can combine two aldehydes or two ketones or one aldehyde and one ketone for an aldol condensation to form the products aldol, which further on dehydration alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds are formed. This is a very important reaction, students. Please make note of it. Let us move into the next reaction. Let us move into the next reaction. Cannizzaro reaction. Let us move into the next reaction, Cannizzaro reaction. In the case of Cannizzaro reaction, what happens? Carbonyl compounds without alpha hydrogens. In aldol condensation, carbonyl compounds with alpha hydrogen. In case of Cannizzaro reaction, carbonyl compounds without alpha hydrogen undergoes self-oxidation and reduction in the presence of a base to give alcohol and an acid. Okay, carbonyl compounds, the statement is carbonyl compounds without alpha hydrogen in the presence of a concentrated base or alkali undergoes oxidation and reduction to form corresponding sodium salt of carboxylic acids and alcohols. This is your Cannizzaro reaction. Carbonyl compounds without alpha hydrogen in the presence of a base undergoes oxidation and reduction to form corresponding sodium salts of carboxylic acids and alcohol. This reaction is called Cannizzaro reaction. In this case, we use carbonyl compounds without alpha hydrogen. In this case, we use carbonyl compounds without alpha hydrogen. Let me explain with an example. For example, if you take formaldehyde combined with another mole of formaldehyde, you will get, of course, carboxylic acid, not directly, sodium salt of carboxylic acid. And what is this, students? Combine this CH3OH, methyl alcohol. So this is an alcohol, this is a acid. Okay, what happens here? 1 mole of alcohol undergoes reduction to form 1 mole of aldehyde, 1 mole of aldehyde undergoes reduction to form alcohol, whereas 1 mole of another mole of aldehyde undergoes oxidation. Another mole of aldehyde undergoes oxidation to form sodium salt of carboxylic acid, Okay, this is the main reaction, students. Let us do the mechanism for that. Okay, 1 mole will undergo oxidation to form acid, the other mole undergoes reduction to form alcohol. Okay, first step. I'll take 1 mole of formaldehyde, right? And the base, for example, NaOH will be ionized as Na plus plus OH minus, right? This OH minus ion from the base sodium hydroxide. The OH minus ion from the base sodium hydroxide attacks the carbonyl carbon so that C double bond O will become C single bond O, so that carbon acquires positive charge, oxygen acquires negative charge. So what you will get? Let me write the reduction of HC. Are you following, students? HCO minus HOH, right? In the second step, we take another mole of formaldehyde. So this is called as an alkoxide ion, oxide ion or intermediate. Take another mole of formaldehyde. In this reaction, we used only 1 mole. So in the second step, we are taking the another mole. When combined with the intermediate formed in the first step, what happens here? Always in organic mechanism, you have to observe one thing. Single bond O minus will get converted into double bond O, and again the double bond O will again get converted into single bond O minus. You mainly observe these type of mechanisms here. What I am saying is, here O minus will be get converted into double bond O. Again, here the double bond O will get converted into O minus. Here the double bond O will get converted into O minus. See, friends, O minus becomes double bond O, and the proton will shift from this intermediate to the newly entered mole of aldehyde molecule. So C double bond O again will be C double bond O will again become C plus and O minus with a single bond. So what you will get, students? H, C, single bond O minus, H. I am writing this H here down, otherwise you may combine H here also. Okay, H and H. Okay, this H and this H. How you can write either way, CH2 also, you can write CH2 also. Okay. So you got an intermediate plus this entity. What it becomes? O minus double bond O. So C double bond O. One side it is connected with H, another side it is connected with OH. So one side it is connected with H, other side it is connected with OH. Are you getting my point, students? Formaldehyde. We have taken second mole of formaldehyde and we have taken the intermediate formed in the first step. HC single bond O minus HOH. This O minus becomes double bond O, and this proton shift, intermolecular proton shift takes place. Here what happens? Intermolecular proton shift between two molecules is taking place. So this H will get shifted into this carbon, and this carbon double bond O becomes single bond O minus, and this is your formic acid, right? We have got formic acid, carboxylic acid. Let me write these two products again to explain here. So one is HCO minus H plus HC double bond O OH. Okay. What happens here? Because it is an acid, it always tries to release proton, and it is connected with the intermediate which want proton. You are understanding my point? Here the acid is formed completely, of course, but its tendency is to always lose a proton. And it is connected with an intermediate which needs a proton, right? Hence, the proton from the acid is shifted to the intermediate. The proton from the acid is shifted to the intermediate. So if this proton shifts here, O minus will become OH. What about this? The bond between OH is cleaved means O will get minus, H will removed as H plus. So you will get HCOH, H plus HC double bond O minus. Okay students, what happens? Please look at this step once again. Of course, carboxylic acid is formed completely, but its tendency of a carboxylic acid or acids is to lose a proton. So it's losing a proton. This proton is attracted by O minus to form OH. So here the alcohol completion. Formation of alcohol is completed. The name of this alcohol is methyl alcohol, and it is left as a formate ion, HC double bond O minus. What happens here? We used OH minus of sodium hydroxide, but Na plus ions we have not used in any step. That Na plus ions will attack O minus to form HC double bond ONA. That's why I wrote in the reaction that sodium salts of carboxylic acids are formed. Sodium salts of carboxylic acids are formed. Let us do another example, student. These reactions are very important, students. Please practice it many times. Go on practicing the mechanisms. So example 2 of Cannizzaro reaction, right? If for example, if you take benzaldehyde, 2 moles of benzaldehyde in the presence of a base, concentrated alkali, what happens? You should get C6H5CH2OH, benzyl alcohol, and C6H5C double bond ONA. Okay, sodium salt of benzoic acid. Sodium salt of benzoic acid. What is happening here? 1 mole of benzaldehyde is getting oxidation and becoming alcohol, and the other mole of benzaldehyde is undergoing reduction and forming carboxylic acid. Let us do the mechanism. First step, we already know NaOH will become Na plus plus OH minus, right? Second step, C6H5C double bond OH. We have to take 1 mole of aldehyde. This OH minus ion attacks the carbonyl group, so that double bond O will get polarized. So you will get C6H5CO minus OH H. Okay, this is our intermediate. What happens in the second step? You have to take the second mole of benzaldehyde, C6H5C double bond OH plus the intermediate formed C6H5CO minus HOH. What happens in this step, students? Do you remember? Double bond O becomes single bond O minus, single bond O minus becomes double bond O, and you should not remember like that. Here, what happens? Intermolecular proton shift takes place. Okay, O minus, and this proton shifts to C double bond O. Okay. This minus shifts to C double bond O. So what happens? You will get C6H5CO minus H here, another H here. One H is already present and the other proton is coming from this intermediate. So this H, and this is left with C double bond O. Okay, C double bond O. One side it is C6H5, other side it is OH. So one side it is C6H5, other side it is OH. Let me write these two intermediates again, students. C6H5 CO minus HH plus C6H5 C double bond OH. As I have already discussed, the formation of an acid completes in the second step itself, but the acid always have tendency to lose a proton. So this acid loses a proton and adds to this O minus, which needs a proton. So you will get C6H5 COH HH, and alcohol is formed and it is left as benzoate anion. Okay, C6H5 O minus. And what happened? Na plus is remaining here. That Na plus will get attached to this molecule and you will get C6H5 C double bond ONA. Okay, in this way you can combine compounds, carbonyl compounds without alpha hydrogens. Okay, in the presence of a strong base, okay, concentrated alkali undergoes oxidation to form acid and reduction to form alcohol. Cannizzaro reaction has a special quality. What is that, students? It undergoes oxidation as well as reduction at a time. It undergoes oxidation as well as reduction at a time. Thank you very much, students, for watching this session. Let us meet in the next session. Thank you, students.